Alright, this is Jonathan Omer with a screencast for the PCAD WordPress CE course. This week we went over adding a widget area to our sidebars, and so I just want to kind of cover that again. I'm also going to backtrack a little bit and do the whole child theme setup as well. So I've gone ahead and reverted back to 2015, and what I'm going to do is just go through creating a new child theme. And so off of 2015, I'm in the Tools Child Theme plugin. So off of 2015, I'm going to go ahead and create a new 2015 Child 02. I'm going to copy that because I need that. So I'm going to generate and rebuild this child theme. And then I'm going to select which files here I need to copy over. And everything looks good there. So I'm going to switch over to Appearance Themes. We're going to select this 02 version. So in my editor here, you can see I'm now on that child theme 02. Now I do want to create, in my header, I do want to make that those empty subpages. So I'm going to get that web mechanic link that we used before. Copy that. And I'm in my header.php of my child theme. And I know that my child theme is 2015 child 02. And we're going to do a page sub. What I did there is I loaded in page sub. I hit refresh twice on this to run that script. Hit refresh here. Page sub shows up right there. Gonna do the same thing with footer. Making sure that script runs. Hit refresh on your header.php, footer sub. Sidebar sub. Alright, so we got our 3 empty sub pages. So now what I want to do is make copies of these. So footer.php, going to go ahead and just paste that code into footer sub. And just so you can see that I'm doing something different here, I'm going to echo out our copyright date. Oh, I want to put the okay, so we're using a different footer, and you know what? Actually, I want to make a header sub, because my sub pages, or my header in this 2015 theme, is kind of over here, even though header typically is top. This is the header file for this theme. Okay, so now that I got all my sub pages, I don't want that in there anymore, so I'm going to save that. And since we have this as an empty header, we'll go ahead and copy and paste. I just copied that code and pasted that in there. So one of the things I want to change is I want to reference that header sub, or that sidebar sub, sorry. Okay, so footer sub we've got done. We put in our echo code. Sidebar, we're going to copy that and paste that in there. We will come back to this one because that's where we're going to reference our second sidebar. Page.php, we're going to put that in page sub. But what we want to do is we want to reference our sub header and our sub footer, and we're also going to change that template name. Okay. Okay, so far, just to recap, created a child theme, copied over the files for footer, header, page, and sidebar. In my child theme then, which I've activated, I put in that web mechanics code right here, referencing my child theme. I put that in as my file directory, and then I made empty subpages for footer sub, header sub, sidebar or page sub, and sidebar sub. Copied those codes all over. And I started making some slight modifications where in my footer sub, for instance, I changed and added the copyright date there. Actually, we can get rid of this credits code as well. In header sub, again, we copied over the code and we made changes here to get that sidebar, which is basically everything from here down. And in my page sub, we changed our template name, and then we made sure to reference that header sub and that footer sub. That's kind of where we're at. So what I want to do is open up sidebar sub and functions.php, because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put that script in there where we get our sidebar registered. So I'm going to go back to my main 2015, and I'm going to open that up in a new tab just so I can get to that code. So in my functions file, and this is the stuff that we did this week, week 4, with the sidebar creation. So I just need to find that sidebar. Okay. So here's that code that we need. And we're going to go ahead and put that down here. This widgets initiate can go up above or below. That's fine. Now the one thing we want to do is we want to make sure we grab that theme that we're on and put that little snippet right here referencing our theme. Again, here, widget area, make sure it's referencing our theme. We're just going to call this one sidebar 2, and we'll go widget area 2. And again, we want to do that as well. Okay. So I've copied that information from this, which is our add action to initiate those widgets, and it's our function. Okay. Now in our example, I had this line up above. It's fine either way, either place. It's not going to hurt anything being in a different order as far as that goes. Go ahead and update that. Oh, looks like we messed up. No problem. All right, so this is where I'm going to have to switch over to Coda. And let's open up a new Coda window. Bear with me. as I look at my site and what I messed up, so that you can avoid messing up. Okay, so let's look at that. Functions, line 17. Sorry, I'm just looking real quick here at why this is. Okay, it's saying unexpected here. So let me look at something real quick. Oh, I can't there. Okay, so let's see if that does it. Okay, so this is an invalid function. Let's go ahead and remove that. And let's get rid of this. All right, so we're running into a couple more errors. I'm going to move this, just see if that fixes it. It's for whatever reason not liking this little line in here. Let me do something. Let me go back to this other 2015 child function. Oh, that's why. All right, so I put in the wrong script. We don't want that. I want this. And then we want this. Okay. All right, so now that I figured that out, we want this add action. We're initializing the headers, and we want the header widget initialized. So sorry about that. All right, let's refresh that page. All right. So now when we head over to widgets, widget area 2 is active. And I'm going to go ahead and expand that. And then I'm just going to pop in a text widget. And I will add in the search widget. And we're just going to do random text here. Okay, hit save on both of these. And then what I want to do is just pop over to a page. And let's just do the About My Adventures. We're going to do that subpage template that we made. Okay, so apparently, did I activate my theme? Yep, activated the theme. About my adventures. Let's just double check what I named that subpage. Subpage template. It's using header sub and footer sub, and then header sub. It's using sidebar sub and sidebar sub. Oh, I know what I did or didn't do. I needed to go back into the sidebar sub. I had closed it out, and I need to change this to be sidebar 2. And refresh. And there we go. Search and random text. All right, so that process was a little bit longer than what I had hoped, but one of the things that you saw within this function file was just a difference in this code, this add action and this function header widget. So make sure you add those the right way. What I'll do is I will post this in the document, that way in the WordPress video, that way you can grab that code, okay? Let me know if you have any issues. I am available this week to talk.